we shall return to the filmography of Alfonso Brescia for the fourth time, although here he is credited as Al Bradley. If you're like me, you get a kick out of 1980s fantasy productions. I mean, why not? The attempts to vividly create a fictional universe conjure VFX sorcery for a slew of tantalizing frames, especially in an attempt to imitate the visceral, visually captivating Star Wars productions. Another thing I like is cinematography, filmmaking, and aesthetic construction entirely for its own sake. My favourite European visual art movement pre-20th century is, of course, the Rococo. Brescia's Iron Warrior from 1987 reminds me of an art film more than it does its prototypical predecessors. Believe it or not, Iron Warrior was meant to be, and is still considered, the third Ator film. Okay, what the hell is Ator? Joe D'Amato must have loved Conan the Barbarian so much, especially the amount of money it made. And so he directed Ator and Ator 2, released in 1982 and 1984 respectively. Both films are much, much better than Conan the Destroyer. I mean, I love Joe D'Amato, and I'm especially all on board when he directs some 1980s fantasy. I certainly have a soft spot for 1982's Conan the Barbarian. Steel is not strong, boy. Flesh is stronger. Conan the Barbarian, if it's unnecessarily audacious yet wholly welcome, tributes to Dai Nibelungen, Kobayashi's Kwaidan, among other odd things. But Brescia sought to create something more purely visual, symbolic, a kind of psychedelic trip. Actually, Iron Warrior does have a precedent in Lucio Fulci's 1983 Sword and Sorcery trance, Conquest. Anyone who has seen Conquest in high definition will know what I'm talking about. And I imagine there are far more who have seen a vibrant Fulci classic than this spectacular gem from the lesser-known Brescia. Joe D'Amato is said to have hated Iron Warrior, and so he reclaimed the rights to Ator in order to direct the fourth entry in the series, which is also a lot of fun, although more in line with the initial two entries in the series. Oh well. For those interested in indulgent cinematic fantasy and indulgent cinematic photography, Iron Warrior is a wonderful gift.